Ahem, ahem. Mic check. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 3, 4. Hello. Hello, hello. Mic check. Oh. Do a little transition. Good morning. Good morrow. Good sirs. I ever really need these on? I guess I kind of do, don't I? Just for continuity. Just for continuity. Should put me down here. How do I look in this little box down here? What if I put my up here in the left? Something like that. Maybe we'll keep it like this for a bit. Good morrow. Ah. How we doing? As you can see, I'm so tired. I don't know why. Oh. Let's go back. I did want to see this. Questions. Western self-concern and cultural debate. What's this? Links Islamophobia to Islamist violence. Sleepy Joe Biden. Vivek. Yeah, this is not a good look. American identity isn't a scalar quality that varies based on your ancestry. It's binary. Either you're American or you're not. You're an American if you believe in the rule of law, freedom of conscience, and freedom of expression in colorblind mediocrity in the U.S. Constitution and the American dream. If you're a citizen who swears exclusive allegiance to our nation. That is the truth, and it's why I wrote this piece. See, this is not true. This is not true, and this is what people are saying. People like Vivek just don't understand, do they? I mean, he's yeah, parasite like Vivek are killing our home. Well, that's what everybody's talking about, Vivek. Vivek. Dry housing beds. What? Not satisfied with the provincial's initial response, the city is trying once more. Is the screen bright enough for you, or? That's a why. Can I put this in dark mode? Jesus. That kind of dry. Okay, this makes more sense. Finally, people are saying it. Armstrong said the model would prohibit drug use used by residents of the facility, aiding in their recovery and reintegration into wider society. I believe there's a desperate need for dry housing. We've heard stories of people that are sent over to detox to Vancouver. They spend 2 weeks there, and then they come back and they're put in Newcastle or Labiel Road. It doesn't work. They're right back to using. We're setting people up for failure. We're not helping those that want to help themselves, and I find that very distressing. Finally, people are saying it, huh? We need not just voluntary. We need mandatory, involuntary, dry housing There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Can't even look at the screen anymore. Oh. Oh no. As an almost feral rabbit population grows, so does damage to city park, staff report. Well, yeah. Ew. Feral rabbits leading extensive and costly damage to field and infrastructure. 10 years ago, rabbit hemorrhagic. Wiped out 85% of their fluffy critters. One full-time labor to fill rabbit holes on playing fields at Bevan Park in order to prevent injuries. That is crazy. Cougar coyote urine is strategy. Placing poles to attract raptors. One pair of rabbits can lead to 184 rabbits in just 18 months. What do you do with them? What do you do with them? What do you do with all these rabbits? I don't even know. Blizzard warning. That's fair. Slam dunk. Blizzard's on the way to Winnipeg in southern Manitoba. Well, it's sort of quiet, isn't it? Home of new International Defense, Security, and Resilience Bank. What is this? Formal bid to make Toronto the new home of Defense, Security, and Resilience Bank, DSRB. Multinational bank focused on financing the security needs of democratic nations. The new institution modeled after the World Bank. I'm just so tired. I have world globalism fatigue. Strengthen Canada's capacity to finance defense, security, and resilience projects. Approximately 3,500 skilled jobs, more secondary jobs. It's a good thing. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if they're even going to pick Toronto. I would be very surprised if they did. That's horrible. It's terrible. By her school bus. That's Lower Mainland without power, wind and storms. Metro van. That time of year in Canada, we just thought you're looking so tired. What are you searching? Snooze. I know I'm tired. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Christina Maxwell. To be honest, I just want to look at today's news. Oh, wait, I did want to look at that, though.
With you, so I apologize if I look at my phone. I got a statement from Kogat, the Israeli body that we were referred to. That's the body that is administering
nice, thanks for the follow.
Israeli civilian.
I like this guy's name, Rafi Boudjikani.
Presence
Rafi
on the occupied West Bank. So Kogat says earlier today, Tuesday, several foreign nationals arrived at the Allenby border crossing without prior coordination, following checks conducted by the security authorities in coordination with Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And
delegation, including MPs, was organized by a group called Canadian Muslim Vote. Little League. See, like, how come they can do like camps and mosques, engage students in understanding politics and civic engagement early on? What is this, bro? What is this? Who we are? What is this? Brother. I appreciate that. What are we doing? What are we doing? Can you explain to me what you were searching? I am searching the news. I'm searching Canadian news. This delegation went to Israel, and they tried to get in through, I assume, some border in Egypt, I assume. I forget which border they tried to cross. Canadian delegation went to Egypt. They refused at the border and turned away. It sounds like he said it was pretty simple because they just did not get prior clearance and authorization to be there. You weren't expected to be there. You can't just show up and expect them to accept you. Pretty simple, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I thought it was like we asked for permission and they said no. But it sounds like we didn't even ask for permission.
The population and immigration authority, their entry into the Judea and Samaria area was
okay, so they went through Judea.
Denied for security reasons. So that's what Kogat is saying. I will say, when I was speaking to Stephen Brown earlier, he did say that everyone had their electronic travel authorizations to get into Israel. That's
okay, so they were allowed to get into Israel,
the procedure you have to go to get into Israel as a Canadian since January 2025.
Okay. So is this just a nothing burger? Is this just a nothing burger? Yeah. I think it kind of is. But then this is what throws me off. His delegation, including MPs, was organized by a group called Canadian Muslim Vote. I just... Why is this allowed to be here? 80% youth members under the age of 25. You know? 1,200 men and women. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt you have any women. Where are the women? That's the one woman. Yeah. Help us amplify the Muslim voice in Canada. Every dollar helps amplify the voices of Canadian Muslims, empower future leaders, and ensure communities are informed and engaged. Wow, this is bright. It is literally they're trying to subvert Canadian democracy by voting for their own in-group. This is I hope you've reached 1K followers there. I appreciate that. So do I. Thank you. A nonpartisan, nonprofit charitable organization working to engage, empower, and educate the community while providing civic engagement. Which community? Which community specifically? Muslim voters are that made the difference in key ridings across Canada. This is standing for justice in Palestine. Oh, it's so tiring. It's just so... What are we doing? Little League? So they literally are just indoctrinating their youth to be Muslim here. I just followed you on X. Nice, thank you. I probably should be careful what I post on that account. Twitter's a crazy place. Since 2015, TCMV has been empowering Canadian Muslims through civic education, political engagement, and leadership, fostering an informed and active community. Okay, let's just see what they say they've been able to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is she allowed to show her hair? Why is she showing her hair? And it's haram. Why is she showing her hair? See, is that Takaya? What is it? Oh, fuck Wikipedia. The myth of the lying Muslim. Takaya, the radicalization of the Muslim identity. What is this from? 2015 by Shakira Hussein. Anti-Muslim discrimination, vilification. Where does she talk about Takaya? Consider the concept of takia, the act of covering or dissimulation, which can be traced back to internal Muslim sectarian conflict and denotes dispensing with the ordinance of religion in cases of constraint. Wish they would give me a less parties against Takai, concealing their Islamic agenda beneath a democratic facade. So that's what Takai is. They hide. Oh, that's nice. My camera did not like that. Yeah, I can follow you on X. I will follow you on X, yeah. Want me to do it right now? Uh-oh. I don't see you here. Our MPs are linked to terror. They refuse entry into Israel for security reasons. I think Table Salt's kind of got this a bit wrong here. Usually he's kind of spot on, but I think security reasons means for their safety rather than they are the security threat. Although it is from, it is sponsored by the Canadian Muslim Vote. So I don't think they have Jewish best interests at heart. We'll just say that. Can you search my name? Is it just Christina Maxwell? See, can't find you. Oh. Nice. Appreciate you. Wait, I followed, right? Yeah. Okay. Totally private. Today, a private delegation of Canadians, which included members of parliament. Yeah, but who are they sponsored by? Anita Anand was denied entry into the West Bank at an Israeli border crossing. Global Affairs in contact with this delegation. And we've expressed Canada's objections regarding the mistreatment of these Canadians while attempting to cross. We'll just say that. I'm gonna look into this. Like, what is all this? What? Is this the city of Toronto? The city of Toronto sponsors them? Islamic Relief Canada? It's just like a scam. Disclaimer. We gotta look at all these fucking companies, all these nonprofits. Nurturing young Canadians. See, this is the thing. Like, these people are not Canadians. They come over here. They come to our fucking countries. They pretend that they're Canadians, and then they vote in the best interests of their religious group, their in-group. They're not voting for the best interests of all Canadians. We can all... That's just a given. Just be honest. Sure, I will. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Adam Zivo, Canadian missionary denied... Oh, wait. Oh yeah, see? This is including Liberal, NDP, and MPs, was not barred from entering due to their opposition to Israel and purposely chose to use the most fraught entry point. See? See, this is what happens is these bullshit Muslim Brotherhood sponsored, you know, the Canadian Muslim vote and all these fucking donors, all these the Muslim Advisory Council of Canada, National Council of Canadian Muslims, ISNA, Muslim Association of Canada, Muslim Welfare Canada, the Muslim Chaplaincy, Islamic Relief Canada. What the fuck, brother? What are we doing? Shut this all down. Shut it all down. Shut it all down. They're funneling money from Canada to help, you know, God knows which Islamic countries that really, you know, they just funnel all this money over there. It's sorry, I'm getting just sidetracked. This is the reason why the Muslim Brotherhood does this is they say, oh, this Canadian well-meaning, you know, delegation having NDP and Liberal MPs, they were barred from Israel because of their opposition, and you know, it's a security risk and all these different things, and Israel's so bad. When really, it's a group sponsored by the Muslim Vote Canada. Okay, so they do not have Jewish interests at heart. That's why they're going there, and then they they go through the most difficult, unsafe security checkpoint. They make everything impossible for the Israel government to allow, and then they say, "Oh, they barred us from going." What is with the? It's just everything is a grift. Everything is just a, you know, a political stunt. You know, it's crazy. And then what does the BBC say? So Adam Zivo says, not barred due to their opposition to Israel, and purposely chose to use the most fraught entry point. And of course, they want me to fucking pay for it. What are the comments saying? Independent groups need to be a little unbiased from experience watching the group. No luck in particular with such they were there to report on the devastation. You know what, collateral damage never appealing intends. I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Excellent journalism here. This is another good article by the MP. I think this term is self-fulfilling prophecy. This group was boycotting Israel and wanted to make a scene as it were, hoping to expose Israeli prejudice against the foreign observers for their war crimes. Is it good policy for Canadian MPs to be traveling with members of a group possibly affiliated with terrorists and fundraises for them? I think they do fundraise for them. Do you want to hear my crazy conspiracy theory? Christina, if you keep asking, I'm never going to reply to you. I'm just going to say it that way. Stop fucking asking. I'm not going to fucking message you right now. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. I don't know who you think you are. I think, this is my conspiracy theory. I think all of these Muslim groups in Canada, that's okay, it's fine. Chill. Just, yeah, I think my crazy conspiracy theory, we are the best friends. Okay, we're such good friends. Canadian Muslim vote does not include discrimination, tell you to vote for, lobby for any politician, or preach religion. I beg to fucking differ. I beg to differ. I think all of these groups, where is it? I think all of these groups fundraise and grift and take money from probably a lot of Muslims, but a lot of, you know, well-meaning Canadians, a lot of government groups, a lot of government handouts, all these different things. And I think they funnel it directly to known terrorist groups in Islamic countries. And then they have the fucking audacity to run candidates in our fucking country. They run candidates in our fucking country and they win. And guess what? They don't vote for the best interests of all Canadians. No, they do not. They vote for the best interests of their little sect of Muslim people who they've fundraised for and everything. And, you know, it is a fucked up system. They're using our democracy against us. They're using our democracy against us. And then they have the audacity to say, we MPs, we Canadian MPs, these people are not Canadians. These people are not Canadians. They don't want to be Canadians. It's Takaya. They're pretending to be Canadians so that when they get enough people, they can say, oh no, you know what? I'm actually, I don't know, Iranian, we'll say. Now, I don't think that's probably where most of them are from, but it's sad, isn't it? I'm going to look into this company, the Canadian Muslim Vote. Voting doesn't even matter. I would be interesting to see what Elections Canada says. "13 Muslim MPs elected in Canada's 2025 election. Muslim political engagement hits new heights. Civic mobilization, principles and endorsements, and a campaign shaped by Palestinian solidarity." Fuck Palestine. I'm just gonna say it. Fuck Palestine. Particularly in the urban centers like Greater Toronto area, where Muslims now make up 12 to 14% of the population. 13 Muslim candidates succeeded to get in parliament. 21 several others came remarkably close. Holy shit. Holy Holy. We are literally being invaded, aren't we? I think it's over. I think we might actually just be cooked in Canada. What do you mean, what happens? I'm going to explain it to you like you're 5, okay? There are too many people who are voting for their own people in my country. And not my people. Not everybody else. Not Canadians. It's crazy. 12 to 14% of the population. We almost had, what, 32? We almost had 32 MPs that were voting against Canadians. I think we actually just might be cooked. I think Canada might be over. What happens if we have the next... If we have our next election, I think this number is going to go up. This number is already higher. It's probably higher. It's probably around 25%, I would say, especially in inner cities. Oh, it's so fucked. More than 100 Muslim organizations from coast to coast rallied to share a mandate to vote with a conscience rooted in justice, dignity, and MuslimVote.ca campaign endorsing 45 candidates based on their continued human right. Fuck off. Fuck off. Okay. See, this is... I wonder who decided this. So there's even some gerrymandering that gave them more seats. That empowered many urban ridings with large immigrant and Muslim populations. Quebec? City councillor with advocate for public safety, orphan welfare. 58% of the vote. That's fucked. 60% of the vote for Samir Zubri. Not a Canadian. Not a Canadian. Not a Canadian. Will never be Canadian. Will never be Canadian. They don't want to be Canadian, and I don't want them to be Canadian. Why are they here? To serve their own interests. Sima Akan. Yasir Nakiv. Cancer survivor. Outspoken MP on human rights, including support for South Africa's case on Gaza. South Africa is doing their own fucking genocide in their own country. Why the fuck are they talking about Gaza? Look at these. Harvard-educated MP with experience in public policy, digital transformation, and international affairs. Vancouver Granville. It's also tiring. It's so fucking tiring, man. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to do some crazy shit to fix our country. I don't. I think the saying is there's a lot of very good men that are gonna have to do horrible things to bad people before this turns around. So if there's a big scam, can we report them? Sometimes I forget that Twitch is for children. Should be watching Twitch. Should be in school. I'm shocked by this. Like, I knew that there was a lot, but 13 MPs in 4% of the total seats. So they have about 5% of the total seats are strictly voting against Canadian interests. And that number will go up. What did they say? 13, almost 20% of inner city Toronto is Muslim. Okay, so we got what does the BBC say? 6 Canadian members of parliament, along with a delegation of 24 other people. Huh? What kind of people? They don't say enter as part of a trip to Israel and West Bank supported by a non-profit organization, the Canadian Muslim Vote. I want to look into this. I'm gonna maybe look into this company. Do a little digging. I want to see how much money they. Hello? Interesting. Hello. Yeah, sorry. My computer just told me that I have no more space to record. That's good. It's fine. So it's just so tiring. Double the Canada Child benefit, but only give it to heritage Canadians. Yes, brother. UK government judiciary. Anti-mass migration tweet, 18 months in jail. Nigerian migrant rapist, no jail. Welcome to the UK. Wait, what is this? Intoxicated Nigerian man who was sexually assaulted teenagers spared jail due to his troubled background. His victim tells court he ruined her life and is now scared to walk alone. Jailed for 18 months for 2 anti-immigration tweets made after Christmas market car attacks that were viewed just 33 times. What the fuck are they doing? Christine, I have to ask, are you just an Indian bot? Or, like, what the fuck are you? Like, get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Are you just an Indian bot? Like, Christina Maxwell is just a fake name. Let's just be honest. I thought you were going to sell me some fucking graphic design or something, but I don't know what the fuck you're on about. I'm not fucking messaging you now. Definitely not. You are just an Indian bot, aren't you? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my country. Get the fuck out of my Twitter. Yeah, get off my Twitter feed, too. That's right. Thought you were gonna ask me to buy some fucking graphic design or something. Yeah, our situation in Canada, yeah, abortions, maternity. Japan rejects plans to build Muslim cemeteries. Go back to your country and bury them there. Yes. Whole world owes Benjamin Netanyahu an apology. Why won't it let me do this? Whatever. 12:55. Got 5 more minutes. When it comes to religion-driven violence, or simply who killed the most human beings ever, Christianity is a clear winner. Are we stupid? Act now! Alberta is using the notwithstanding clause to put trans children at risk and deny them medical care. Please, Prime Minister, stop this. You have the tools or trust to concerned parents, all the gay faggot community. Just move to Manitoba. I support Daniel Smith. This person is fucking stupid and should be ignored entirely, dude. Yes, knock it out. Sex-based rights matter. Children deserve to grow up taking decisions. Fuck off with this garbage. Leave the damn kids alone. You're a reckless, clueless idiot. If they can't get tattooed, then they shouldn't be able to mutilate themselves. Yes. Trans children at risk and dying medical care. Wait, I kind of want to see Alberta non-withstand. Oh, it's this. This is what they're upset about. Oh, okay. Requires Alberta's Fairness and Safety Sport Act requires proof of birth assigned female status for athletes aged 12 or older in women's division. Skate Canada says it can't host national or international events in the province without compromising its own inclusion rules. So Skate Canada is gay. Skate Canada is just a bunch of faggots. That's what it is. Women and girls have the right to play competitive sports in a safe and fair environment against other biological females. This view is held by a vast majority of Albertans Canadians. This is a 90-10 issue. It's a 90-10. It's not even 80-20. It's a 90-10 issue. 90% of the people agree if you're a woman and you're an athlete, you want to be competitive against other women that are actually women. You want to be some trans weirdo and do your own fucking thing in your house? Nobody cares. Stop going and beating up and, invading women's spaces. It's fucking weird. All right? It's weird. Just stop it. Just stop it. Get some help. Yes. Skate Canada's refusal to hold events in Alberta because they chose to protect women and girls in sport is disgraceful. We expect they will apologize and adjust their policies once they realize they are not only compromising the fairness and safety of their athletes, but are also offside with the international community, including the International Olympic Committee, which is moving in the same direction as Alberta. Arthur Widlowski. You're a fucking idiot. See, Arthur is just the epitome of somebody who's so dumb they can't even comprehend the idea that he doesn't even understand the point of why men should not be competing against women. Listen to this. What's so predictable about the reaction to this post, which is this ridiculous good on Skate Canada not to hold events in Alberta, is the exclusive critique of trans women. Apparently, folks have no problem with trans men competing against women. For one, trans people don't exist. You have a mental illness, and anybody who says other is just feeding into your delusion. You have a mental illness. I don't know what happened. It's probably a trauma response. Whatever it is, you have a mental illness. But for the people that are men trying to be women, they have a biological advantage against women. Obviously. Men trying to be women have a biological advantage over born women. Just women. I don't know why I'm saying this. Apparently, folks have no problem with the trans men. So, men that want. Sorry. He's talking about trans men, which are women that want to be men. Now, why would women who want to be men have a harder time in sports against actual men? Why? Why, Arthur? His name is Arthur. Oh, you're so fucking dumb. Are on testosterone. These people are so delusional. They will do anything to just accept reality. The reality is men cannot be women, women cannot be men. Anybody who thinks so is lying to you no matter what hormones you take. Oh my god. Why is it always them? Ambassador and senior executive in security intelligence. Gay Jew retired. Ambassador and senior executive in security and intelligence. I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say the ethnicity of Arthur. Arthur's a Jew. Yes, the weakest men compete with girls. The weakest minds celebrate it. I don't know what is wrong with these people. Oh my god. Skate Canada is refusing to do events in Alberta because Alberta won't allow men to compete in women's division. So I looked up who the president was, and here she is. I'm just gonna say it. Liberal women are destroying Western society. Liberal women, liberal white women, mostly just liberal women, are destroying Western society. I think we need to take away the right to vote. I don't know another way to save it. Because they don't vote with their best interests. I don't think you can make these people see reason. Because they have so much power right now and they have no logic and it's all empathy and feelings. That's how women see things. It's, I feel this. I feel bad for this guy who wants to be a man or who wants to be a woman. So let's let him skate. What the fuck? These fucking people, man. These fucking people. Karen Butcher. It's a 90-10 issue. Yeah, Canada will be the last to emerge from the wokeness. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with Canada. Everywhere else in the world has figured out that, you know, we need to move away from this transgenderism. We need to move away from this degeneracy. We need to actually have laws in place to protect women against these men, these weak men who want to compete against women. That is, it's a 90-10 issue. We're not even talking about migration or anything. There's so many other issues that people want to argue about. That's fine. We can all agree men cannot be women, women cannot be men. Anybody who says so is a fucking retard. If you want to cross-dress and whatever, nobody cares. Nobody cared about cross-dressing. Fact is when you want me to say you're a woman when you're cross-dressing. Whether you have a beard and a cock and balls, I'm never going to say you're a woman. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And even if you get your cock and balls cut off and you make a little slit down there, you're still a man. You're still a man. You're always going to be a man. Accept your life. Accept who you are. Be a man. What happened to men wanting to be men? And do you know why? It's because men are told for their whole life we need to be more feminine. Ignore being your masculine traits. And they get cocked into being these fucking... into Arthur. They turn into Arthur. This is what happens. This is what happens to you right here. This is who you become. Men. Do not become Arthur. You do not want to be Arthur. You do not. Okay? Let yourself be a man. Let men be men. Make men men again. Because holy fuck, boys, if we don't restore masculinity to men, we are going to end up in a very gay society. We'll say that. We are going to end up in a very, very weird society where we are controlled by Muslims. and they will bring in a whole different type of masculinity that you do not want, brothers. Has outed itself, yeah. I love Amy. Skate Canada has outed itself as misogynist, anti-women, anti-fair sports organization. Shame on them. Tell me how trans girls who figure skate are putting their fellow competitors at risk, or are they getting an unfair advantage? Stacy Brotzel, do you not understand that figure skating is a physical sport? So men who have, higher jumping reach, more explosiveness, whatever you want to call it, faster neuronal, what are they called? Fast and slow muscle. What are they called? Fibers. Slow twitch fibers and fast twitch fibers. I think men have more fast twitch fibers, I would assume. And if not, we have more strength to assist those fast twitch fibers. So there's a huge advantage. I don't know why are we doing this?
We're following breaking news from the world of figure skating. Skate Canada, the governing body for Canadian figure skaters, says it will no longer hold national and international events in Alberta. The move is in response to that province's legislation that bans transgender girls from female sports, a policy that was controversially passed using the notwithstanding clause. The CBC's Julia Wong joins me now live from Edmonton. And so, Julia, tell us more about what Skate Canada is saying.
So as you mentioned, Skate Canada says that it will no longer be hosting certain events in this province, saying that they carefully consider a variety of criteria when selecting host cities for their events to take place in. And they say that they reviewed Alberta's Fairness and Safety in Sport Act, with the organization now saying that it's unable to host events in this province while maintaining its national standards for safe and inclusive sport. So this decision, again, only affecting certain events, those national and international events. And the organization is also saying that this doesn't affect Alberta skaters from participating in
Of course not. Why would it?
Skate Canada programming and competitions. But obviously this is a very big development in a story that
She is phenomenal English, I will say.
has been
Very little accent.
a very big story in this province when it comes to who can and can't participate in sports in Alberta.
Julia, remind us of that. What is Alberta's Fairness and Safety in Sport Act?
Yeah, so effectively what this law means, and it was only recently passed, but it bans transgender athletes from
No such thing.
competing in female amateur sports. And what this has looked like in this province is that at schools, parents have had to sign forms saying that their child is eligible to participate in a female-only sports team, and very specifically confirming that their child was born female at birth. Now, these forms and this law as a whole have been quite controversial here in this province with
No, it hasn't. No, it's a lot of backlash. You lying propagandist, Julia Wong. You little lying CCP propagandist, Julia Wong. It has not been met with, what did she say? A lot of backlash? No, it hasn't. Anybody, any family with their right mind who's putting their daughter on a team bus to go on a trip to play volleyball, basketball, skating, any sport, wants to be 100% sure that every girl on that bus is a girl. And that they're not some transgender forced child. Imagine this. A child who's could be, I think they go as low as 9, 10, 11, who is being manipulated by their parents. By the time they get 16, and now they're on the same bus with your 16-year-old daughter to volleyball camp overnight. Nah. We will not accept that. We will not have that, brothers. We will not accept this, Julie Wong.
Backlash. The official opposition expressing a lot of disappointment in this particular law. What the province has said is that this is a way to make sports safe, to make sports fair,
Yes.
and to make it accessible. And then very recently, just within the last few weeks, because of all the controversy that not only this law, but the other suite of transgender laws that have been passed in this province, because of all the...
You see where they say pass in this province? It's like sort of like a dismissive, almost holier than thou, passed in this province. Not at all of Canada, because Canada is better than Alberta. We're better than Alberta. We're more progressive. We love faggots in Canada.
Controversy that has generated, the province invoked the notwithstanding clause to shield it from charter challenges, to protect it from those who were unhappy with it and wanted to take the province to court over it. So that is now protecting the province in this particular case, but obviously it has had ripple effects and will be affecting those participating in sports, obviously affecting where skate.
Who cares? This is boring. Julie Wong, you're boring. To be honest, Skate Canada is a fucking terrible organization to begin with. I don't know if anybody ever comes across this video and you live in Canada. Do not put your kids in Skate Canada. Do not put your kids in Skate Canada. It's a terrible program with terrible outcomes. Their actual skating, passing, whatever. Your child does not learn proper skating mechanics or anything in it. Just put your kids in a power skating camp. There's very good power skating camps within Hockey Canada and tons of things. You can even do, your local municipality usually puts them on. There's private ones. Do not go to Skate Canada. Never go to Skate Canada. Skate Canada is by far the lowest bar, and they always push your kids to get into gay figure skating. Do not put your kids in Skate Canada. Teach your kids how to skate. Do it yourself. It's like a right of Canadians. It should be a right. Idiot. Sherry DeNovo. Oh my god. Order of Canada perform first legalized sex marriage? Is this really in her bio? Same-sex marriage. Passed the first LGBTQ bills in Canadian history. 50 years of queer activism. She, her. Guys, I don't know what we're going to do. Canada is chock full of queer activists, Muslims, and Indians. That's literally where Canada is now. We are a gay Indian Muslim colony. We are a gay Indian Muslim colony. Some of those are oxymorons. I don't even know what to say anymore. The Order of Canada, because she performed the first legalized same-sex marriage. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about LGBTQ bills in Canadian history? The first, yeah, you passed the first. It's your fault. I gotta look something up. I just gotta. What is it? D. Oh, it was her. It's all her fault. It's all her fault. Reverend. Member of Canada, author of 2 books. Queerifying in Evangelicism. Evangelism? Evangelism. Holy, do I really need to go AI? I don't give a fuck. Political accountability. Who has funded / donated? NDP, okay. Political financing. Okay, been a vocal proponent of transparency in political finance. She's publicly challenged other political figures to release their list of major donors. Yes, explore it. Okay. And an ordained minister? Christian left conference? Okay, well, as a Catholic, that's fucking wrong. Women cannot be priests. So that's wrong. But they're not detailed and provided search results. Donations are capped at ding dong. Okay, so yeah. So she's wanting the Conservative Party. See, this is why I hate AI. Oh yeah, she wants, you know, what does it say? Vocal critic of the lack of transparency in political donations among other parties. Not her party though. So the Canadian fundancies. Okay, well, should probably look into that too. I'm too lazy. I would almost bet money that she's getting international funding. Not going to say from where. I'm not going to say the ethnicity that I think she's getting funding from. I think she's getting funding from the Jews. I kind of want to watch this Radical Reverend show. Maybe she's based. Maybe she's based. Maybe she's based. Signed on We Demand in 1971, the first gay rights demo on Parliament Hill. Formed the first legalized same-sex marriage. Yeah, private members' bills on gays. One of 15 still alive. Why? Why do we support this so much? She's a gay priest. All those faith communities are misogynist. Think all those faith communities are misogynist, homophobe idiots? Think again, religion and politics, no matter what you believe, shape the world. Listen to the revolutionary rantings of the Radical Reverend and other heretics. Let's just listen to a second of it.
Students and listener support increasing the peace and doing something on Christmas Eve, no matter what faith you are, or no matter how secular you are. At College Street United, at College and Bathurst Street, there will be a special service for peace that will be on at 8 p.m. and it will feature Farine Khan, who is the founder and head of the Women's Mosque of Canada.
No! This subservient retard. This is why I say women can't vote. We need to stop women. We need to stop liberal white women. We need to stop them. She's bringing in the Muslim women of whatever mosque into the fucking church on Christmas. What the fuck, man? These fucking people, bro. The women's mosque and Shirley synagogue. Everyone welcome. Peace service for Christmas. What is this?
It doesn't stop there.
Yeah, this is United Church of Canada dies. United Church of Canada. What are they? Mainly Protestant. Oh, these fucking Protestants, man. Women priest. Oh, 1936. I have the solutions. I have all the solutions for Canada, but people don't like them. They don't. I don't think people want to save Canada. I think they just want it all to burn at this point. I don't think people care. I think people are just kind of checked out. Like, whatever. If it's over, it's over. If not, it's fine. Whatever. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It's all going to be fine. Nothing's wrong. Just shut up and stop noticing. How dare you keep noticing? Shut up and stop noticing. Stop noticing the fucking this Muslim vote Canada. Stop noticing there's 30% of them in fucking downtown Toronto. Stop noticing that, you know, the Canadian Muslim vote is sending people to with Muslim Brotherhood connections to the alleged ties to Muslim Brotherhood to Israel to stir up shit. Stop noticing that we have a gay priest woman who is mainlining, forefronting, you know, absolutely spearing the Canadian democratic process and putting in gay rights over top of everybody else. Sometimes I just wonder, like, is it just over? And I think that's where people are. Like, I think it's just like, arrest 20 people, recover more than 300 vehicles in auto theft network. I want to see, do they have photos of the 20 people? Show me the photos of the 20 people. And then we have the fucking Globe and Mail, 99 cents a week to fucking read the news. I hate this country. I hate the country. I do. This is a very interesting little company, or little nonprofit here. What's the Muslim Association of Canada? What? Rejects bill on the criminalization of religious expression. Okay, well that's fair. Yeah, what do you have to say? Christchurch mosque shootings that terror attack minority religious community reverberates far beyond the borders, binding diaspora communities. Yes, we share in the sorrow with the Jewish community on this profound grief as they celebrate. This is the problem, is I think probably a lot of Muslims agree with that, but I think these big organized associations it's also fucking tiring, isn't it? It's also fucking tiring, bro. I hate the fucking people that have allowed this. I hate the liberal women that will vote for this. These boomers and these liberal women that want these fucking people here to destroy our country. Fuck them. Fuck them. Seriously. The bottom of my heart, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your gay LGBTQ 2I plus second spirit. What are they adding on? A new one another day? You know, just like, fuck you. Stop giving the Order of Canada to every fucking dumb liberal woman who does something first. Does some gay shit first. Stop it. Just stop it. Get some help, man. Seriously, Canada, we are cooked, brother. We are so cooked. Because we have people like this who are directing our policy. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Anita Anand. Oh, it's fucking embarrassing. This is the person representing Canada. They're standing on the wrong fucking side, by the way. Morons. You're standing on the wrong side. You have the wrong flags behind you. Again, you have the wrong flags behind you. What are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? Like, she doesn't represent me. She doesn't represent me at all. Can we just say that? We need Western separation. We need... close enough. Oops. In 120 days. Christina trying to BTO. I'm pretty sure Christina was a Indian scammer who wanted me to click on something or something. I'm trying to block her. I couldn't do it. I couldn't block him. No, I'm pretty sure they were trying to get me to click something or scam me somehow. That's what it is. Yeah. Looks like Alberta will be collecting signatures in the new year to start the process of separating from Canada. Ah, it's gonna be beautiful, isn't it? We can deport all the Jays. Deport them all from Alberta. It's gonna be, man, it's gonna be beautiful. It just is. It's 2 days ago. Boring. Oh, wow. A West Coast pipeline through Montana, Idaho, and Washington was on the agenda today in DC. This is happening. Alberta will be free. He's also building oil from Alberta to Arizona, Nevada to new Southwest oil refinery and gas-powered electric generation station, and our reliance in California, where Governor Newsom wants to shut down all refineries. Sure, brother. I would love to do that. Can I see? I want to double check. Was it? Is this guy just talking shit? Reports emerged from meeting in DC where proposed oil pipeline route from Alberta crossing through Montana, Idaho, and Washington, potentially Oregon to reach West Coast port was reportedly on the agenda. Yes! Bypassing Canadian blockades, British Columbia's opposition to new pipeline routing oil south through the U.S. Northwest. It's coming! We're doing it! Has faced long-standing challenges exporting oil through Pacific due to domestic, political, and regulatory hurdles in Canada. Fuck Canada. Alberta is the only way. Alberta till I die, motherfuckers. Yes! Come on! Come on. Come on, Alberta. We can do it. This is not a confirmed new project announcement, rather exploratory talks amid broader U.S.-Canada energy discussions in the incoming Trump administration, which signal support for expanded North American energy product and pipelines, production and pipelines. No official confirmation or specific hearing or approval process. Okay, so this is just people have been talking about it. And aligned via social media posts from participants in DC meetings and aligned. Can I see? No, Washington State is Democrats. You can only influence DC, not Washington State. Trans Mountain Pipeline will cross the West Coast and just the route to the Gulf, the West. Oh, who's this? Seems like it could happen. Talks in DC today with Alberta and a pipeline through Montana and to the West Coast was on the agenda. No, I don't know what was said, but a rep said this is happening, and I'll go with his excitement. Interesting. Interesting. Jesus. Didn't realize it was 1:30 already. What happens when you get caught up in yapping? Oh, Islamophobes, how are you doing today? Great. Well, sounds like Alberta might get what we want, doesn't it? More and more, it sounds like there are the precipitated conditions that allow for Alberta to secede. The conditions that precipitate Alberta's secession from the Federation of Canada. It's going to be beautiful. Alberta till I die. See y'all later. Wait. Alberta till I die. See y'all later. Bye-bye.